Chinese metaphysics is a science of life which dates back over 2,000 years ago. And it believes that our lives are governed by three factors. The first being heaven. This is your karma, things that you can't change, like your skin color, your destiny. And secondly, it's man. Man is your human effort, it's what you consciously do, your beliefs, your education, and last but not least, it's the environment. This is what we're talking about today because this is where Feng Shui comes into place. It looks at your home and your office because this is where you spend most of your time. I have with me today an absolute expert in Feng Shui. Joey, when you're doing a Feng Shui analysis on a home, where do you start?
The first thing we start is by analyzing the environment because that's where Qi comes from. So
Qi meaning the energy of...
That's right, the energy from the environment. Feng Shui is about tapping to the Qi of the environment to benefit the people in the house where we live. So what do we look at? We look at two important things. Number one, we look at the water. Number two, we talk about the hills. So of course in an urban environment, water will mean the roads. And the hills will mean higher ground. Any place that is higher than your house, like the buildings or the little contours of the land.
And with the roads, what is the roads? What's good?
We look for the junctions.
Okay.
Where the junctions are where the Qi converge. So we look at where the junction is in relation to your property.
Junctions can be good because they're a collection of Qi.
Correct, that's right.
Good
so
energy.
That's where we start. And then we go into the house. And there are three important factors that we always look at when it comes to analysis of interior Feng Shui. Number one, it's the main door. Number two, it is the kitchen. And number three, it is the bedroom.
Joey, this is the main door of the home, and you say it's the most important thing.
That's right. Now, before I begin, let's take a direction. Now, the main door is the most important feature of the entire house when it comes to Feng Shui assessment, because the main door is the Qi mouth, or the mouth of energy, where the external environment, all the positive energies or negative energies from the outside is actually passing through this entrance before it can enter inside the property. So it's extremely important that we analyze the location and direction of this door.
Right, because if it's negative Qi, then it's going to affect the whole environment no matter what you've done inside.
Correct. If it is positive, the whole house is positive. So what do we check? The direction and the location. So the direction of the main door, we want it to be suitable to the Kwa number of the owner of this property.
Kwa means?
Kwa is a Feng Shui reference number. Every individual is divided to one of 8 Kwa numbers.
Depends on your birthday.
The birth year, that's right. And we will have 4 positive and 4 negative directions. Now after we've seen the main door, we have to check the second most important feature, and that will be the kitchen. Let's have a look.
Okay. In my opinion, Joey, this is a beautiful kitchen.
But does it have good Feng Shui?
I was just going to ask you that, and judging from your expression, I'm a bit nervous.
Well, the kitchen is the second most important thing when we come to interior Feng Shui. So the first thing we look at in the kitchen, what do we see? We look at the location of the stove and the direction of the stove. Well, this stove now is located on an island. And on an island, it is exposed to Qi from all angles. That's why we do not like stove to be located on islands. So the answer to the question is no, it doesn't have good Feng Shui. It's clashing from all angles here. So the Qi is not stable. And plus, look at what we have above here. This is a beam directly suppressing the stove. It affects the quality of the Qi when we are cooking the food, and it directly affects us.
That's like when you're not supposed to sleep under a beam. Is it the same concept?
Same concept. Well, the saving grace is this. At least the direction of the fire mouth, which is the direction of the stove, is suitable to the owner. So this is a good thing. At least it balances out a little bit. But I would move this stove to another location to be back against the wall.
Right. When you say that the Qi is not stable, as in because you cook the food here, it goes into your body.
Correct. It affects you. Because kitchen affects the health of the residents.
Look at this bed. It's just solid wood.
Oh, it's a cool bedroom.
But Joey, the multi-million-dollar question.
Yes.
Is it good
Good
bed?
Feng Shui? So the first thing that we can see that the bed is now back against the wall. That's a good thing. Okay, it's balanced, it's steady. And the direction that we have measured is actually suitable for the person who is actually using the bed. Now this is already good. And when you're sleeping is a yin activity, you want to have it back against the wall, which is a solid yin feature. Right,
because yin is something which is immovable. So your mountains, your high structures,
those are all
move.
yin features.
And because when you sleep,
you're in yin activity.
Yin activity.
So you want to recuperate, that's all about health. So when you're working, when you're awake, that's yang. So that's why we look at other features. When you're sleeping, you have to be balanced with yin. So if this bed was located here against this glass, then it will be a yin and yang imbalance because the glass is yang. There's qi exposed to it.
I see. So you wouldn't put, in general, a bed in the middle of a room.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Or coming out of a corner, as in, because there's no backing.
That's right. No backing is not yin. So when it's yin and yang imbalance, you get problems like insomnia, you have health issues. It's bad feng shui. You know there's an added feature in this bedroom? Right here, there's a balcony. And right outside that balcony is actually a T-junction pointing directly at this bedroom. However, you can see that this is actually a very slow-moving T-junction. Slow traffic.
It's okay.
So it's okay, it's not dangerous.
Because if it's high traffic, it's not good.
And it's even beneficial in this case because it's located at the north sector of this house. And north, in the next 40 years, is actually a positive sector for accumulation of water qi. And this is a good feature.
Goodness, there's so much to learn. It's just mind-boggling. You know what? I cannot wait to even get my own compass.